Alright, y'all, so y'all saw the title of the video, and this is my boy, Aiva Ramos. I've known him for a little while. Say what's up, Aiva.
What up? What up?
Now, he is the guy, I posted a couple of his videos playing Clash of Clans.
That's right, AJ Quest.
And he is starting a gaming channel. I want y'all to go check him out and support him. But yo, y'all just don't know he's actually a really cool guy, and he knows like everybody. He's met like all these damn celebrities. And me and him was just talking, and I said, no, we're gonna do a video and we're gonna talk about everybody that you met. So you grew up in Hawaii.
That's right.
Correct?
Oahu.
All right. Now, he told me Hawaii's kind of small. He said, like, everybody kind of really knows everybody, right?
That is true, man.
And what's the gym you worked out at?
We worked at a Kalakaua gym.
Say it again.
Kalakaua gym.
Kalakaua?
Yes, Kalakaua.
Now, you understand, like, he's telling me that he's ran into The Rock and Roman Reigns and Hafa and Sika and all these fucking Haku. Like, all these guys he's ran into. And he's not... Look, he's in the hospitality, like he does hotel, right?
Yep, all the hospitality industry. Right. And this is when I was like growing up in Hawaii, you know. Hawaii is only so big, so you get to bump into a lot of people. And everybody starts small. They do all these little wrestling, you know, wrestling events all over Hawaii. I would go and visit and stuff. So Kalakaua gym, there, you know, a lot of people walk through that gym. And I, you know, now I'm looking back at it, I said, man, you know, I bumped into him when I was younger. I mean, we're talking about many years ago. So it's just crazy,
90s,
man.
Said,
yep,
right?
Early 90s. I grew up there in Kalakaua area, Kalihi area. So
and he knew people before they were like the shit. Like you was telling me, he met The Rock before he was even like The Rock, you know.
Yeah, when he visited his family, you know. So
he said he was a pretty funny guy back then too.
Yeah, just not as big.
Just not as big. So he was a little soft then when he met him.
Now he is The Rock.
Right. The man.
The man.
The blockbuster fucking star talent that he is.
The Brahma Bull.
And he said that, you said Roman Reigns was cool, right?
Yeah, he was like, I couldn't even like tell who he was now just by looking at him because he's like different. Everybody look different when they're younger.
Right.
So.
Right. That's true. How about, you said you met Haku? Did you talk to him?
No, I just watched him perform and, you know, just practicing. You know, it's not really like talking to them, it's just practicing. Okay. And I also got a chance to like kind of mess around with the guy from Kickboxer. If you guys watch Van Damme's Kickboxer movie, remember his brother in the wheelchair?
Oh yeah. He was telling me about this. What's his name again?
His name's Dennis Alexio.
Aha.
Yeah, and he's the guy that I was on the wheelchair and telling Van Damme, "Get back over here! I'm gonna kick your ass all over the place, Kurt."
Yeah.
And I used to make fun of him in the gym, and he used to get so upset while he's training. And back, like I said, growing up at that time, he was actually the one of actually the world heavyweight of kickboxing. He was the champ at that time, and you know, for me to scream out there while I'm over there training myself, he was getting pissed. So you know, kind of distracting him. But I used to tell, you let a guy that could do a split kick beat you.
Yeah. Because Van Damme was kind of looked at. Kind of, you know, like, you know, he was more finesse and pretty than anything else. But, you know, he told me, like, yo, like,
don't
Van Damme's legit, though.
Yeah, you know, his fighting style is like Savat. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up. It's pretty much a street fighting martial art for France.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a hand-to-hand combat. It's like Kempo karate for, like, if you're doing, like, a street fight, it's more towards that. You know, karate with a little bit of, you know, without the haya stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I look. That's how I kind of describe that. So.
Now, weren't you telling me that you used to mess with the dude and like, didn't you say you were kind of hitting the pads with him and he like hit you with a nice one?
Yeah. So at that time he told me to hold the pad. So I was messing with. He kicked me so hard I flew across the ring. And let me tell you, it hurt. And ever since then I stopped messing with him. So it was me and my buddy was messing around with him. And I'll tell you, man, I've never got kicked so hard in my life.
And that was his thing, if y'all remember. Remember in the movie, he was like, told you, Kurt, about that tic-tac shit. Power. Remember he kept doing it? Yeah. Power. And he was like, whoa. So, you know, I guess that really was his thing in real life. You ever met Bolo?
Oh, Bolo Young? No. I wish I did. But I know he came to visit, but I kind of missed him.
Okay.
So, Yeah, there's a lot of like people that come down to Hawaii because California is right there, LA.
Right there. Yeah,
people want to get away from the LA life. They come down to the islands and visit. So,
okay.
And you'll see a lot of them on Waikiki Beach and stuff. So, like what I said, I got a chance since I work in the hotel business. I got a chance to meet a lot of celebrities that came down. If not, even working here in the Northeast, I got a chance to bump into them too. So
you just told me how you met Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson came down to visit. Man, let me tell you, his fists.
He said they were huge.
It was two of my hands. That's
two of his.
That's his fist. And the funny thing about it, I thought he would be a little bit. I thought he'd be taller, but he wasn't that tall. But his voice, you can't miss his voice. What's up, man?
Yeah. So like you run the hotels, so it's kind of like you. Sometimes I guess you deal with the celebrities personally.
Yeah, but I try not to bother them too much because they're just like everybody else. They don't want to be bothered. They want to come in and just, try to be normal for once.
And he met Genuine and Soleil, and Genuine was a dick to him.
Yeah.
Because he thought he was trying to rap to Soleil. He just told me that story.
Yeah, like I said, it was funny. I was helping them out because I was in charge of the bellman, the valet staff. So I was trying to help them out, and he came out of nowhere. He looked upset. He said, "Can I help you?" I was like, I'm trying to help her. And, he had that angry look. When you have that angry look when someone's like trying to talk to,
That's that pissed off while you're trying to talk to my girl line.
Yeah,
Can I help you? Like, nah, I work for I'm trying to help your wife out.
I'm trying to do my job, Genuine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should start sliding around and shit. Let's see, what else were you telling? Okay, so I'm serious about this. I told him this. If I start doing public appearances, I'm going to need security. You understand, the man is good. Okay, so good in fact that he's taking out some professionals, without competing. He's telling me about, what I mean? Like he's known around different gyms. He would come in and kind of spar with guys, and no one knows who he is because he doesn't compete, but they know who he is. People know who he is. Tell some of them stories if you can.
Well, just once in a while, I'll just go to like normal gyms and stuff and see if I could just pretend like I don't know what I'm doing. So I go in there, then all of a sudden, the guy said,
"I'll roll with you, kid. Come on."
Yeah. So one of them will say, "Come on, let me help you out. Let me show you a few things." Then sometimes I get a little carried away, and I end up like putting somebody to sleep if not tapping them out. And they'll be like, "I thought you didn't know anything." I didn't say I didn't know anything. I just came to check out the gym.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about your gym.
I didn't say I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much. I just like to go in there incognito. I don't want to bother nobody. Just. I just want to train. Just pretty much. And you always have that one person in the class. Want to be the tough guy, you know what I mean? Want to try everything.
The trolls of the gym.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And you guys know, I'm sure you guys bumped into a few of them at the gym if you guys train, if not lift weights or anything, you have
dicks.
Somebody's always screaming, "Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!" And you see them flexing.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, man. We don't need all of that. And the girls don't care with all the art. He showed me this one move the other day. He just told me to throw a punch. He did something where he hit my arm twice with an elbow, but it was one of those things where it like incapacitated me. It like numbed my arm up, and I was like, "Yo, man!" And when he did it, he moved away from me. Like it was like he did it, took my arm out, and moved away for some more distance. And I was like, "Damn!" Like the guy knows his stuff. So I told him he might be doing security for me. So don't mistake the smile for a nice guy, because he used to choke out employees in the back room when he used to work for this company.
And you know who you are. If you see this, you know who you are. And you know the stories. You know what happened. You know
he told me he would choke these guys out in the back room, man. They would talk shit. He'd be like, "All right, well,
And just to let you guys know, we both work at this place, so.
Yeah.
And, I think it was pretty funny. Just somebody would mess with me throughout the day, then I'll get them in the back stock room. Either I'm tapping them out, if not, I'm just like throwing them into boxes. And he thinks it's funny. I'm being serious.
Yeah, he's serious. Like, he's such a nice guy. Like, I've never seen him get angry before. So if I ever out with him and I do see it, it's gonna be something. I'm probably gonna turn on my phone. Like, look at him, y'all. Like he's kicking these guys' ass in the street. Look.
Yeah, man. So like I said, it's just one of those things. I'm pretty mellowed out until I get upset. Okay. I'm sure like a majority of everybody's pretty much mellowed out until somebody actually crossed that line. keep snagging at you the whole day. It's all right. I'm gonna get you. I'll literally sneak up behind them and just choke them out, and they didn't even know what happened. I'll wake them up. Are you okay?
Oh man, what happened? You just fell. So now look, me and him had like similar childhoods in that, you know, we both grew up with single moms, in poverty and poor, and we've worked our way up, and we're doing our own thing now. You know what I'm saying? Now, tell them what you're half.
Filipino, Japanese, Spanish, everything you name it. Okay. Pacific Islander, you could call me whatever. But pretty much anybody from the Pacific Island, we're called Pacific Islanders.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know?
That's how they group. Like,
yeah.
In the Philippines.
Yeah, the Philippines and like, pretty much in the whole Hawaii like islands. Pacific Islander. That's pretty much what they would say.
I didn't know that.
If you look at the application, it says "What are you?" and you see Pacific Islander, you could check that box.
Okay, so you're not considered Asian.
Yeah, it's just Pacific Islander.
I didn't know that.
See? If you look at the application, it
Holy
says what's
shit.
Ethnicity. It has Native American, white.
Yeah, I've seen
you see all
Islander.
that.
I have seen.
What
that.
else you seen on that box?
Asian.
Then.
So you always check Pacific Islander?
Yeah, always.
I'll be damned. I always thought that Filipino were considered Asian. Now, is that debatable? Or is that a thing that...
No, I think some people it's kind of debatable, but to me, I think you're an island. It's in the Pacific Ocean.
You think that most of you check Pacific Islanders?
Well, I do. I don't know about what everybody else is doing, but they asked me, I'm a Pacific Islander.
Okay.
I grew up in Hawaii. I'm a Pacific Islander.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's different. I didn't know. I know that it's kind of interesting because it reminded me of like some black people that are quote unquote mixed. Some will say mixed race. You could actually choose mixed race if you felt like it.
Yeah, but I kind of stay true to the game.
Yeah, like my cousin James Grizzly, y'all seen him on here. He's half white and half black, but he checks black. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny because it depends on, going into a whole racial thing, but it depends on who you ask, because some always say it depends on who your father is. Whoever your father is what you are. Some parts of the world say it's whoever your mother is. You know what I mean? And it's just, it can get really complicated, but I find that's interesting that you said that, because I didn't think that.
See? There's something, yeah.
Yeah. Now, look, you understand too, like, he does everything. Like, put it this way, if the guy was a celebrity, like, there'd be a ton of stories about him, because he also used to street race, right?
Yes.
See, he's a fighter, street race, break dance.
And actually send him a video of a link of me doing a head spin, I think, 2 nights ago?
Yeah, I should upload it with this. And,
you should, so you can see
that.
Yeah, but definitely, like I said, you live in Hawaii. It's a small community. Mm-hmm. You get into everything. We did, like I said, we did surfing, boogie boarding, biking, BMX, rollerblades, inline skating. We do it all. I mean, it's like, yeah.
He's an extreme. He's extreme. It's one of those guys. You ever skydive?
Yeah, we did that too. Skydive, bungee jump, cliff jumping. Yeah, we did all that growing up. Like I said, Hawaii is such a small island. You get to go. I guess you do everything.
Yo, and I was talking to him also about this legend in Hawaii about, like, he's fucking told me about these gnomes or something that come out.
Melahunis.
Yeah, if you have pork. I remember if you're driving on the road and you just bought some fucking pork chops. Apparently there's some gnomes that come out and fucking skip. What do they do? Do they?
No, they just show up and they say you're not supposed to look at it. You gotta turn to the statue, something like that.
And I remember seeing this on Discovery. Like, they were talking about this, and I said, "Have you heard me?" He said, "Yeah, I heard about the myth too." And I'm like,
it's mainly like Pali Lookout area.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one area where, King Kamehameha kicked all these people down the cliff. Yeah, exactly. You guys know Dragon Ball Z? That's where they got it from.
That's his name, which is a lot longer than that.
Yeah, well, the legend say he's like over, I think, close to 8 foot tall. He's a big dude. That's what the legend says, man.
You never know. I mean, shit, Big Show was like 7 feet or something like that.
And you got to keep in mind, too, back in the day, they only ate pure food. There's no additives.
That's true.
So pretty much it was healthy stuff.
Never know, man. Warm climates, they say people, that makes me wonder. Warm tropical climates, they say certain animals get bigger.
Yes.
But then the people in these areas, like the Samoans and certain islanders, are huge.
No, they are big. Let me tell you,
growing
up,
interesting.
Let me tell you, I grew up in a rough section of like where in my neighborhood where I grew up. These guys like a freshman. Keep in mind, I'm a sophomore, if not a junior, a freshman. He's like 6'5".
As a freshman. Jesus Christ, there's some big folks, man.
And you look at, I'm supposed to be the older guy. I'm looking at this guy like, damn, what the hell did you eat? I want some of that.
Jesus, man. Now, who taught you your martial arts?
I learned from a couple people. Like I said, I learned from like different martial arts style. Cause Kalakaua Gym, that's where it all started. Boxing, kickboxing. Then you had Kempo karate. Then you have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo.
So Judo, Jiu-Jitsu,
I got
kickboxing, Kempo.
Yeah, so there was like different people always coming in and out the gym, so you kind of pick up on stuff.
Okay.
So pretty much mixed martial arts, it's like a big thing in Hawaii, man.
Okay.
Everybody in Hawaii is into it. Everybody heard of BJ Penn. He would come down there too, like Kalakaua Gym when he first started. So. Have
you met what's his name? The Spider?
No, it's Spider mainly like from Brazil. I don't think. Maybe I seen him, maybe I'm not too sure, but yeah, maybe back in the day I seen him, but he wasn't big or something like that. Like what I said, a lot of people came in and out of that gym, you know what I mean? So like what I said,
So you basically, he went to the gym. You're telling me you went to the gym where the nobodies became somebody.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the power plant to make these guys. That's interesting.
Yeah, pretty much majority. After I graduated high school, I left. A couple of my friends, stuck with MMA and they did really well, so, and like I said, it's just a matter of like...
You ever saw them on TV?
Yeah, I saw a few of them on TV, so, and a couple of boxers too, I actually got a chance to train with Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Okay. Have you ever met him?
No, I didn't get a chance to bump into him, but one of, a friend of a friend, of course, everybody knows each other. Mm-hmm. His name, I'm not going to mention his name,
right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he got a chance to train with, Manny Pacquiao's coach.
Okay.
Yeah, so like what I said, just the island's, so big. So
now, as a fighter yourself, do you watch MMA or boxing and you notice flaws?
Yeah, I watch all full contact sports, whether it's karate, whether it's kickboxing, Muay Thai, and.
So let me ask you this: being as experienced as you are, I don't care what weight class it is, whether it's UFC or boxing, but I want you to name somebody from UFC or boxing. Who's really good that you notice? Like, you're like, now that guy is good.
To me, I think there's a lot of up and coming fighters. I think what surprised me...
Like names that some of these guys might know, you know what I mean?
Okay, you guys know McGregor.
Okay.
Yeah,
so he's good.
Legit. Yeah, he's legit. The reason why I say he is legit is because... One, his style is completely different from everybody else. Okay. So everyone's having a hard time or trying to figure him out. And when they get into the cage with him, they get nervous. They don't know what to expect. Because when you're fighting a kickboxer, you already know what to expect. You already know his stance. He's not as fluid. Like, if you look at all the greats, let's say like Lyoto Machida. Okay. When he started fighting, he was beating everybody. Reason why? Because nobody could figure him out. He was just so elusive. His footwork was different. And, for him being different, that's what made him so good. Same thing like another guy that just came from 3 years of injury, Dominic Cruz.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. This guy, you got to give him props, man. He came out of like 2 ACL surgeries and came back and win back his belt, which he never lost.
You know what I'm thinking right now? You know what I think he should have? This is just my personal opinion. I think he should have a channel where he talks about fighting. Like you might review UFC fights, man. You know your shit, man. I'm telling you, when you know your shit, people really respect that and they'll come to you. Like, and you never know, man. They might be inviting you out for sparring sessions.
They're trying to beat me up.
All of a sudden, he'll be sparring with Manny Pacquiao. He catch Pacquiao. Y'all gonna be like, oh, shit! He was on Tyrone Magnus just shit.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so what about, like, guys like because I'm a layman when it comes to UFC and stuff. I only know, like, a lot of times I know the big names. Like, I think when I was talking to you, you told me the Spider was definitely legit.
Yeah, he was definitely legit, man. Like, in his prime, like what I say, you see all his highlights and all his reels, he just made good people look ordinary.
Yes, he did.
And I mean, this guy was just, like I said, there wasn't anybody could touch him in his prime. Even his last fight now, you know, of course, age is always a factor. Mm-hmm. You know, that's something nobody could beat, age. And, you know, now he's at that age where he has to fight smarter, and but he's still got some fight left in him. I don't want to see him retire after that one loss because kind of like it was weird. That fight was like the third round. He kneed him. He thought he won. Then they rang the bell. Nope, you still got to fight. And I think that's what kind of shocked him. He thought he won. He kind of defeated himself inside already. And in his head, he thought he already won. He should have won. So he kind of like, what just happened? So he kind of shocked himself. Then he couldn't get back to his game plan or get back into the zone what he was doing.
Yeah, see, he knows. I'm telling you, I think your calling may be, I mean, hey, do the gaming too, but also have a playlist where you, man, if I were you, I would get every UFC or whatever, and I would break down the major fights or the fights you want to break down. Now, is Rousey really good, or was Holmes just that much better?
Well,
or is it both?
I think both. Because Rousey did something for the sport that nobody else did for the women division. But I think she was caught up with doing all the other stuff. She couldn't focus. And, you know, she's been in movies now. And when you start getting to a lot of things, it's hard for you to focus. And plus, she had a little problems in her camp with her coach and her mom fighting and bickering back and forth. When that happened, that plays a big part in your mental role when you're going into that cage.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that's the reason why she lost, or do you think she was outmatched by a very good striker?
No, she was outmatched. Yeah, I think she was, Holmes was pretty much, her striking was on a different level, like boxing-wise.
Right.
And her kickboxing, because she won the title for kickboxing and boxing.
Right.
So she wasn't fighting somebody that didn't have no striking skills.
Right.
I mean, you seeing her, she tried to take her down. She couldn't do it. And it just goes to show you, she had the upper hand on the stand-up.
Right.
Like what I said, sometimes...
She couldn't take her down also, which is like, wow.
I'm a firm believer styles make match. And it's the truth. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's why it's MMA. You got to be good at everything. Now, when they say everything. You're going to get beat up.
Bruce talked about, you got to know your strengths and weaknesses and all that other stuff. Do you think she could come back and beat her?
There's a good possibility.
Okay.
I think she has 50-50 chance.
Okay.
If she kind of get to refocus herself, plus, get into the zone, plus maybe not get distracted as much.
Okay. Yeah, because that...
I would like to see that rematch again, but this time it's a little bit different because, just... Things didn't play out the way it should have played out. Just too much stuff on her plate.
That fight hurt to watch. I was just like, oh
I just didn't like all the trolls. After she lost, everybody supported her before. Then once she lost, everybody started making those memes. And that kind of like when she came out openly saying that she was, thinking about committing suicide. People like fans that that troll and like what I said. I don't know if you guys believe in like kind of like black magic. When you start dishing stuff out like that, it kind of eats away from their soul, what I mean?
Negative energy.
The negative energy takes over, and those are the thoughts that come in.
Yeah.
And I think that,
the trolls worked on her.
Exactly.
One thing I got to say, though, even with Ronda, though, she has been very cocky. Whether it was for showmanship or not, she's going to lose. She's going to have to learn to lose. She would say stuff like that, and I'm just like, ooh, if she doesn't lose, you're going to eat those words. And I think that's kind of what came back to bite her in the ass.
Well, that took a part, but you guys got to keep in mind, it's about marketing.
Yeah.
See, what happened? She was marketing the fight. You know what I mean? That's
what she always does. I think
the athletes got to get paid, and that's how. Look. Who does a really good job is Conor. Conor McGregor does a really good job.
I've got to see this guy because a few of y'all have always wanted me to react to some of his highlights and stuff like that, and he's like the big name from this. I guess the last fight that he had, he beat the guy really fast or something.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Holy shit! Okay.
I mean, it was like on
knock him out or something.
It was just perfect timing on his end.
Okay.
You know, Aldo was undefeated for a very long time, undisputed, 145-pound belt. Nobody beat him in the last maybe 10 years. He hasn't lost or something like that.
Really? Okay.
And Conor came in, got the job done in 10 seconds.
Nah, I'm gonna watch this.
I mean, put him out cold.
When I get done with this.
Yeah, he did. He was planking on the floor. That's how bad it was. He didn't know what hit him. He just planked straight, just like that. I was like, what?
Now, do you think Pacquiao could ever be good enough to beat Mayweather?
Well, maybe back in his prime, but it's already past.
Okay.
It's past, man. You know, you take too much punishment, and you guys gotta understand too, man. He fought some big dudes.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking about bigger dudes than Mayweather.
Okay.
Man, he fought Margarito, and Margarito's like a big dude next to Manny. He fought Cotto, and Cotto's bigger than Manny. And you guys gotta understand, like, Manny fought people, you know, way bigger than him. Anything that took a toll on his body.
Okay.
So when he lost to Marquez, and you could just tell, man, it was
He's
just
got a lot
time.
on his damn plate. He's like,
He does everything.
like the governor or something.
Yeah, that's another guy that had too many issues. The same thing, you know, you get too much stuff on your plate, you can't focus, you got problems at home, and you got problems with other things. Yeah, mess you up big time. You know, not listening to your coach, not eating.
So maybe
sleeping.
in his prime he could have.
I think they should have.
Now.
They should have fought. You know, when they
Years
fought
ago.
5-6 years ago before that happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was just the whole thing. I think I'm not gonna say somebody was avoiding him. I'm not saying he's ducking him, but you know, like I say, Mayweather is a businessman.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can't hate on him. He's a businessman. You know, he's a smart guy.
It was one of those things. You remember in Rocky 3 when Mickey says to him, "It was my job to keep you winning." You know, I think fighters do that. They kind of like, nah, I'm gonna wait till he slow up a little bit before I fight this guy.
And that's the reason why boxing is pretty much not there where it used to be. That's why MMA took over, because you don't have that nonsense. You know, but they
Guys
say,
aren't-
they want to fight the
not
best of the
ducking.
best.
Yeah.
I want to fight the best guy. I said, don't give me no bum. Give me the best guy possible.
Right.
So, and that's what it comes down to with MMA. There's no BS. And you can't, like I said, you can't be just good in one style. The new generation, man, everybody's good. Like for example, if I try to compete now, I'll get a beat down. Because it's different now. You know, me growing up versus back in my time, I was ahead of the curve.
Okay.
Yeah, so now if I go in, those guys way ahead of me, you know, when I was their age.
Yeah, so you gotta play catch up.
Yeah, so and it's impossible, you know, like we said, age, you can't fight age.
Eventually gets you.
Exactly, and your body starts to deteriorate after you take so many hits or you get injuries.
Do you think if you start training now, like if it was your focus, do you think you could become better than you were?
Nah.
Oh, nah. So the younger you...
Yeah, the younger you
could, if we flash forwarded him here to fight you, he'd kick your ass.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that, you know, it's all about muscle memory. Your body always remember things. Mm-hmm. You can't try to retrain your body, expect it to be the same, because that's not how your body works.
Okay.
You know. So,
oh yeah, he was telling me something too about how like, what are you saying? Like the younger you start, it's better to learn also different styles because you get locked. You learn only one style, you get locked into that.
Yeah, you become complacent.
Yeah.
So if you start learning at an earlier age, your body knows be a little bit more flexible. It becomes like muscle memory, and that's what it was. You know, same thing like for breakdancing. You know, same thing for me. Like when I learned something, my body became used to it. It learned it really quick because I knew how to do other stuff besides breakdancing.
Okay.
So it kind of got my body already. Oh, you know what? I can lift my body weight anyways. But let me try it.
Okay.
And end up being good at it.
So you're a martial artist first, then you came.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And you know, you guys gotta keep in mind too. Like growing up, you know, my mom didn't know anything what I was doing. Like if I was doing like martial arts, she didn't know because she's busy working.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure like everybody could relate to that. Tyrone could relate to that.
Yeah, mom doesn't always know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
You know? Now you're a family man too.
Yep.
Wife,
3 kids.
3 kids.
Yep.
3 girls, right?
3 girls, and I trained them all.
Which means he was a pimp.
No.
Growing up. Whenever God gives you all girls, that means you had a bunch of women when you were younger. He's like, now take care of that.
What did they call it? Paying it forward? That's what happened. So,
karma.
Yeah.
And so he taught all his girls how to kick ass. So
yeah, exactly. They're still training.
If the last name is Ramos, y'all dating him.
Yeah.
They should say, what's your dad look
Brazilian
like?
Jiu-Jitsu.
No Tyrone Magnus.
Muay Thai kickboxing, karate, you know, a little bit of taekwondo.
Jesus.
Yeah, so, you know, it's...
Tell them to be killers.
Well, I gotta make sure they can defend themselves, so...
Yeah. So remember, you guys, date any girls in the Jersey area with the last name Ramos, ask who their dad is. They say Aiva, walk away.
Oh, boy.
All right, man. So it's been good having this chat. Post down below. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post a link to his gaming channel. Check him out. Also, based on our conversation, let him know what you think his topics should be on his channel. What should his channel be about? Should it be about UFC? Should it be about, you know, racing? Because he's been getting in that. He had an Evo at 900 horsepower?
Yeah, 903.
He used to kick people's ass all the time. Don't mind that. That's my alarm clock going off. It's some Akuma shit. I wake up to Akuma. So, anyway, let them know what y'all want to hear from him, all right? Gaming, fighting, racing, whatever it is, all right?
Breakdancing, whatever.
Breakdancing, whatever it is, because he's going to be another big YouTuber. 1 million subscribers.
That's right. Woo!